What's going on, guys? We are back with another replay analysis. This one of Quadd-Killa. He's coming from the Xbox, I believe. So it's a video this time around, so it'll be a little bit different. I can't analyze as much certain angles. It looks like it's a 1v1. At first, he sent me a 2v2, but he kept switching back and forth. So I guess this is a 1v1. I mean, what it looks like. So we're going to go with it. And we're going to see how this replay goes. He's a diamond player in 2v2, he said. Then he kept switching his videos. We'll say he's diamond in 1v1. Oh, no, it is 2v2. I just didn't see him. The bad quality, I guess. Okay, so it is 2v2. We're back to diamond 2v2. Let's start this over because I wasn't paying attention. So let's do it. See what happens in this replay. Here we go. First face-off. I do like this face-off way more. Like, if people want to go for the fast kickoff, generally, it's not a huge deal. Like, if you go for that diagonal flip and you get there just a little bit quicker. The one thing to note for all of the kickoffs, I personally like it when you flip early, like he does here, just so you land and then can turn and change based on what the other player is doing on the kickoff. So that's something good to note when you are going for a faster kickoff. Try and flip a little bit earlier. Don't, like, land at the ball, because then you basically have no decision-making left. You're kind of just ramming at the ball, and you're not really thinking about where the other player is. So this way, like, you can still change it up if you need to. Face-off turns out into their favor here. This play, not a great play, obviously. So this is one of those plays where the ball's near the net. You want to go for it. But honestly, I get why he went for it, because he knows his teammate does not have boost. But it was so close to the net. He was so far away. One of the things to note is never aerial too early. You see here, he jumps so early. By the time he reaches this ball, look at it. It's like a double jump height. A little bit higher than a double jump height. He could have waited a lot longer, drove closer to the ball first, and then went for the aerial. This helps in many ways. Obviously, it'll conserve a little bit of boost because you're not worrying about changing your direction as much with boost in the air. Also, it'll give you a chance to see if the opponent goes for the ball or your teammate goes for the ball. And if they have a better hit, then you can try and read that hit or whatever. And so then you don't get a double commit like this one. So right here, the double commit happens. They both have no boost, but good play there by his teammate to just smack the ball forward, not let them get a shot. And also, great clear by his teammate, great pass. And a pretty decent shot there. He tries for the shot here, just barely doesn't get the best piece of the ball. And again, he might have flown a little bit early here. He probably could have just boosted on the ground a little bit further and taken more of just a power shot on the ground. See how the other guy's nowhere near. He's going for boost. At best, he turns around at that midfield, but he won't be here for this play. So he probably could have drove a little bit more on the ground and then taken maybe a higher quality shot. But this is still not terrible. It's powerful towards the net, just a little bit off. Nothing comes of it, though, and he circles back with a boost. I just want to go back really quick here. So right here, he grabs this corner boost at 446. So this is one thing to keep note of. Learn when the boost pickups are going to respawn. And it's not always the boost that you pick up. Like, you can kind of tell where players are rotating when the boosts are going to spawn. So right here, he has 10 seconds for the big boost to spawn. Again, the small ones, I believe, are 4 seconds. Small ones, you usually don't care as much about because it's only 12 boosts. But the big ones, very important. So we see this play right here. He goes up for it, makes the play. Now he circles back. He's going back for this boost. See how it's not there yet? And he turns off ball cam. He actually turns away from it. And it's going to spawn immediately as he leaves this here. Right there, it is now spawned. You can't see it, obviously, because it's a replay. But it is now spawned. So on plays like that, you should get the feeling of, like, when do these corner boosts respawn, or the midfield boost. And even if you have to wait a half second, it's not that big of a deal. But that is a great field awareness thing for players that are very boost hungry, or pretty much everyone needs boost. So it's very good to know roughly when boosts are coming back. Like, if you watch me play a lot, I'm actually super boost hungry. But I always, I'm like, all right, it's about 2 seconds until this boost spawns. I will wait on it if I think I have 2 seconds. And it usually spawns roughly between a second gap, like either 1 second to 3 seconds. So something to keep in mind. And not only the ones that you pick up, but the other ones in general. And I understand here why he wants to move up, because he sees that challenge happening. He wants to be part of the next play. But that's just something to keep in mind in general. Goes deep for another boost. His one. All right, so right here, the first player gets beat really hard here. The one thing that you want to do on a dribble play is if you want to force the opponent to make a move that separates him from the ball far enough so your teammate can come in and get an easy challenge or, 50-50 or whatever. But here, it was a very small play on the dribble by the orange side, and it completely fooled his teammate here. Quadd-Killa's teammate. So now he's in a rough spot, but I like this patience here. He kind of just lets him do his thing, which is sometimes not that bad. And he's a diamond player, so they're usually not the best at 1v1s or 1v1 like dribble plays. So just being patient there really worked out for him. I like the flip as well, just to be right near the ball, just stay with it and keep that ball out. So that's a really good 1v1 play, and that's always good to test to see if they can do something in a 1v1 situation. Now he knows that player probably doesn't have the 1v1 skills to do much, so he can be a little more patient on those plays if it happens again during this game. Nice tip out here. Look, this is a good play just because, one, it's a little confusing because his teammate pops it up, and he's a little bit close to the ball. But he does do a little side flip to throw it out to the side. Personally, I probably would have done the double jump pop. But the reason why you don't do the double jump pop is in case you're a little bit off on aerials, then you can side flip to change the direction of your hit. But I like this hit because he just throws it into open field. He gets the ball first and just throws it out of the way, so no one's really around it. A good challenge here. Tries for a secondary one. Doesn't work out. His teammate is now gone. Up the bag. Miss there. Nice little fake there. So you see how the one guy is coming in for the challenge right down the middle. So these are the plays I love to see around any level. Is you have time with the ball, use it effectively. Don't just throw it down the field. Right here, if he tries to just throw it down the field, it could be blocked and it could end really poorly. But he takes his time there to make a move and gets the goal, actually. Beats the one guy by making him turn around. He's looking for that pass to the outside, actually. Because you see how his teammate is over to the right, which you just saw for a second there. It would be over there. But whatever. So he starts turning to block the pass, but then Quadd-Killa here, he fakes it, plays the slow play, then does the double jump aerial. Actually, I'm not even sure if he double jumped. I think he did. But gets the goal over the second defender. That's a great play. That's what I want to see out of all players. Whenever anyone's like, hey, I'm not playing that well, or I'm stuck in diamond, I'm stuck in champion even, how do I get better? It's plays like that where you can notice that you have space on the ball and then make a play happen with that space. Right here was a play where he should have scored it. This one he panics just a little bit. His teammate makes a great challenge, and he kind of just panics on the hit. He has a decent amount of boost there. He uses most of it. He's supersonic, though. Right here, he should have turned off ball, came a little bit early. He should have known how much time he has. He has plenty of time here. See how one guy goes for the shot, and one guy's on his wall. He's going off the ceiling. He's not going to be in the play for a really long time. And then the other guy's also on the back wall. He has plenty of time to even let this ball bounce and then just take a shot. But he panics a little bit. He doesn't kill it on the side of his car. Turned it into a pass at least, but that's going to be a goal scored at this level. And 2v2, a lot of goals are just wide open plays. It's those or the really far shots where you notice that they've no one in net because they've overcommitted, so you take a really far shot. And those plays will really help you in 2v2. There we go. Just waiting this play out. Shouldn't go too crazy on this just because you know his teammate is not ready. I like the patience here, just waiting it out, waiting for that pass. The pass wasn't great, but that's okay. His teammate had to get that mid boost, so he wanted to wait before throwing it out to him. So I like the idea. And once again, that's the play I like, where he has time with the ball and he tries to do something with it. It didn't work out that time, but those are the plays I really, really enjoy. A good pass here. Right to the middle. It should be a goal. Beautiful play here. So you see here, this goalie on the other team, not the greatest play in the world. He actually turns out way too late. What he should have done was try and kill the ball back into his own corner. He should have hit it when it came off the wall. It's a little harder to read, so that's why they usually go back to net and then try and read it from the other side of the field. But that just takes too much time. So this is a good, just throw it hard, throw it to the middle, and it'll be a good pass. Because, of course, the other guy's not there because he just flipped off the wall and lost that challenge. So I like this play. Sorry about the text. Wife is texting me. I have Gmail open. Oh, God. She's going to keep texting me, isn't she? All right, I'm going to have to close this. All right. Let's get back to the replay. All right. Let's get back here. So, good goal there. Oh, no. We're losing everything. There we go. We're back. So this is one of these face-offs. This is the exact opposite of his first face-off. I'm not a huge fan of these, but I like that he at least gets high on the ball, so it's not a big deal. The challenge is not going to like go into his own net. It's not going to be that big of a deal. So. His teammate cheats up. Doesn't really work, but that's okay. Gotta watch this pass. Oh, Jess hesitates a little bit too much. It's really hard to see on this play. See right here? It looks like a lag hit almost. It looked a little strange, so he was expecting that. But these are the plays that, since you are here, this is the play you're trying to defend. And honestly, I screw these up all the time, is when I think someone's about to hit it and they don't. But I'm like, I already went for the play where they didn't hit it. It's just like a mind thing where you have to know, all right, I'm here to defend one case. And right there, he was there to defend that one shot. But he hesitates because he thinks his teammate is going to hit it. Just ever so slightly. He should have came in actually a little bit deeper on this goal line to make sure to give you the maximum amount of space to save the shot, because this shot's not coming in hard. He could have curved more around that goal line play. Greg calls it the gate when you come into the net. But right here, he comes in on a diagonal. A little bit of a harder play, and then just tap the brakes just a little bit too hard. It happens. We'll continue. Go for the boost grab. That I don't mind. Like, I don't care if you cheat or go for boost. It really doesn't matter to me. You just hope that the other player does a good bingo. Ooh, everyone missing here. A little confusing there, but it worked out. I think he was avoiding the bump. If anything, he should have just flipped for this boost right away. So you have 0 boost. Immediately go for the boost. Don't do any of this weird stuff. Just grab the boost and go, but that's okay. He goes back and grabs his teammate trying to make plays on his own. Doesn't work out. This play's got to be very careful. He goes up way too far for this. Now this is just straight boost greed. He just got boost. Now he's down to 40, and he's going for the mid boost instead of playing this ball. Not the greatest idea. Luckily for him, it doesn't really hurt him. But I think what he was trying to do here was he expected the play to go up the wall. I still probably wouldn't have challenged this because he's the last one back, and that wall play, he could have lost that pretty handily. So this is a little bit of a cautious play. Like his teammate... So one thing that you want to do, you see his teammate is hustling back, preventing him from slowing the ball down and doing a play he wants to do. And when that happens, all you have to do is just wait on that back line. Just wait it out. See what your teammate does. Probably what your teammate does is he actually takes the ball off of him, throws it back into one of your corners, and you can take the ball from there. But to challenge early is actually a mistake, because if your teammate's hustling back, he could also get faked out by the first challenge that this opponent basically has to do, because he knows someone's coming up from behind him, and you could both lose on the same challenge, which is not something that you want to do. But it works out here. It almost worked out, at least. Right here, he tries for the play around the wall. He just pops up just a little bit too high, or just pops it off the wall, I should say, so it bounces out into the mid. He at least makes up for it by just changing the direction just slightly to avoid that shot. So good play to readjust. Just a little bit of a sloppy play. Right there again, sloppy play from his teammate. Doing basically the same exact thing, but this one doesn't work out. You gotta be very careful when you're circling around your net. Like if you're gonna circle around your net, go high before anything. Go over your net, and then deal with the consequences if the ball kind of pops out. At least it's a harder shot for the opponent. It didn't really work out for them there, but now a tied game. We got 2 minutes left. See what happens here. I feel like they're playing decently. I think there's like some small mistakes here that could have easily been corrected. Right here, the hustle play. I'm not a big fan of going for the demo from the side like this, because it leads you to more often than not miss. Because if you come at him from right behind his car, it's a lot easier of a demo, because he's probably just going to drive forward. He might turn a little bit, but he could brake here. He could start accelerating at different times. So this demo's a little bit harder. He should have probably just played the ball and at least like backflip the ball just to waste some time. It worked out because the other guy didn't get a hit. And now the other guy's demoed. So right there, I would not have gone for this play. Once you know that his teammate is demoed, this guy has no shot here. This shot is... Actually, it might have dropped in. It was a little bit hard to tell, but his teammate's up on the wall. Kind of let him go for that play. Instead, they both go, and now they're wasting a lot of time letting the other guy come in and do that free shot. And he was grabbing boost during this first hit. He comes all the way down the field because they both double committed. Luckily, it was a miss, but when you see someone demoed, you have a lot more time on your side to use that time effectively on the defensive end. Now, this whole situation is because of that one play. Great save here. He doesn't have much boost. He's just got to guess. So great pre-jump for the save there. Well done. And he threw it into a corner, so that was ideal. But that's not a play you want to rely on, because that's more of just guesswork. Just gotta be careful. Another shot here. So now they're starting to give up a lot of shots in this middle. We see here he goes for the challenge a little bit late, I would say. He probably could have maybe a little bit earlier. The problem is it's such a hard play, because if he hits this hard to the side, it goes to his center. Basically, what he has to do is fly to it and kill the ball completely on his wheels and hope it lands in the corner and the other guy doesn't get a play. It's a really tough play. He's probably almost better off, since there's no angle, let the guy go for that pass. Like, let him go for that back wall pass. Because he's probably going to fly to it and just try and back wall it and then make a play off of that. But it didn't really happen there. That's okay. They're still alive, but they're doing a lot of double commits that they got to be careful with. And I know trust is very difficult when you're playing in random twos. So I get it. But his teammate is there for the save. Now he just wasted that boost that he barely even has to begin with. So a little bit tough play, but his teammate does get the clear. But they're still fighting for boost. Right here, the guy's trying for the dribble play. Good idea going up the wall. It just gives him more of a vertical sense into the net in case his flick is moved. Works out. Doesn't have to use a lot of boost, which, you know, it's been at a premium this past minute. See if he can get the double touch. Almost, but no boost, so it doesn't really work out. I like the idea, though. It usually fakes out the other team by going for that double tap, and you get an easy clear. Teammates there to pick up the ball, though, and now they're getting some boost. Waits for the bounce there. Just doesn't hit this one hard enough, honestly. He just kind of mistimes this play. The problem is he boosts early. So he boosts right here. He should have probably stopped maybe a little bit earlier if he could. Or he should have used his brakes a little bit earlier, then boosted it into the ball to gain back that momentum. The problem is he drives up to it and then brakes, so he loses that momentum. It's going to leave his double tap a little bit weak right there. It's a little bit weak, but it turns into his own shot, which is okay. The problem is his teammate went up thinking it's pass. It's another double commit. Just got to be very careful about all these double commits. I get why he went for that one. That one was more ideal for him to try and take a shot. Just didn't work out. But just got to be careful. Very clear there. Once again, he's doing a good job on the wall for the defensive plays. And great touch out there. He's just trying to get this out as quickly as possible. See how the orange team is just trying to get back. So he throws this out really, really quickly. And then his teammate kind of just screws up the shot. He could have maybe had a better shot, but probably would have been safe either way. Great idea here. A lot of people here would actually try and throw this up high, but you see the other guy jump, so he illegally goes low to avoid the super dunk, basically. And this works out pretty well for them. They get the ball in the corner, but again, not a lot of boost. Just gotta be a little careful. Now they got boost. Let's see what happens here. Nice little dunk in the pass and beautiful location on the shot. I love the location. Great dunk by his teammate. And then the other guy's just not in net at all. He's got to dive across. And usually they will go high, so it's probably easier to go low. Plus, it's a more high percentage shot. So shoot low when you can, when you're just trying for a part of the net, like a side of the net. And it worked out there. Good goal. Great play by his teammate as well. Here we go. Last face-off. Little cheeky half flip for the face-off. Having a little bit of fun. Just gotta be a little bit careful because face-off goals happen a lot. So don't want to get too cheeky. But you want to have some fun. Ooh, and right there could have been a shot, but there it is. Quadd-Killa gets the win. And honestly, I thought that was pretty good replay. A little bit panicky on defense, but overall not too bad. Just watch out for those double commits. Watch out for those early aerials. And I think for the most part, I liked his decision making. It wasn't always executed perfectly, but I liked the idea behind a lot of his plays. So I think he's got a good frame of mind on the game. Just like, watch out for those double commits. Watch out for the panic on defense or the panic on that one obstacle play where you could trap the ball and score pretty easily. Just gotta be careful in those high pressure situations. But overall, not a bad replay at all. And I just want to thank Quadd-Killa. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support on Patreon throughout this entire year. You guys have been the best. Really helps me out, and we'll see you next time. Later.